Hello everyone, hope everyone is safe and sound. In this video, we will be discussing about the antimicrobial that is chloramphenicol. Its uses, resistance develops against it, its spectrum, side effects and its mechanism of action. Let's begin with the video. It is a broad-spectrum antibiotic, isolated from Streptomyces venezuelae. Although it is broad-spectrum antibiotic and active against anaerobes also, still this drug has limited effects. Now, you may be wondering why this drug has limited effects. Let's discuss. Even though this drug has broad spectrum of antibacterial activity, its use is limited to only a few conditions because of its dangerous side effects, that is bone marrow suppression. Not only the bone marrow suppression activity but also rapid development of resistance against this drug plus high toxicity associated with this drug are responsible for the decrease in systematic use of this particular drug. Drug of choice. Earlier, this drug is drug of choice in typhoid, which is enteric fever. Now, this drug is replaced by ciprofloxacin and ceftriaxone. Now, coming to the mechanism of action of chloramphenicol. It is a bacteriostatic agent but at high concentration. It can be bactericidal against human influenza, Neisseria meningitis. It can also inhibit mitochondrial protein synthesis in mammalian cells by acting on the 70S ribosomes. Suppose these are the bacteria. They will be trying to defend themselves like human influenza, S. typhi, etc. and they will be sending certain enzymes like acetyltransferase, and these acetyltransferase will be inhibiting the action of chloramphenicol. Resistance to chloramphenicol. Production of inactivating enzymes like acetyltransferase, example H. influenza, S. typhi, Strepto aureus, etc. Decrease permeability of the microbial cell wall. Since microbial cell wall will not be permeable, so this drug won't be able to enter inside the microbial cell wall. And again, it won't be decreasing the protein synthesis, will be leading to the resistance against the chloramphenicol in these bacteria. So, this is the major mechanism of resistance against the chloramphenicol by these bacteria. Ribosomal mutation. Since ribosomal change their structure, this drug won't be able to identify its actions, sites, etc. Now coming to pharmacokinetics of this drug. Major fraction of this drug is unionized in nature. That means it will be more lipid soluble and will have easy crossing of the biomembranes. Now, as we know, pharmacokinetics can be read under four headings: absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. So, coming to absorption, chloramphenicol is commonly given by oral route and is rapidly absorbed from the gut. It is also available for parenteral and topical administration. Let's talk about distribution. Chloramphenicol is widely distributed to all the tissues. That means it will be having high VD. VD means increased volume of distribution. including CSF and blood-brain barrier. It also crosses the placental barrier due to its lipid solubility and is secreted in the milk. So, the drug will also be in the fetus and is also secreted in the milk. So, breastfeeding child will also have certain concentration of this drug. Now, coming to its metabolism, it gets metabolized in the liver by glucuronide conjugation and the metabolite is excreted mainly in the urine. So, glucuronide conjugation is needed for making this drug polar. And after making this drug polar, polar means readily soluble in water. It is sent to the kidney where it is excreted in the urine. Adverse effects of chloramphenicol. Most of the adverse effects of chloramphenicol are due to inhibition of mammalian mitochondrial protein synthesis, hypersensitivity reaction, skin rashes, drug fever, angioedema may occur rarely. Bone marrow suppression. The most serious adverse effect of the chloramphenicol is on the bone marrow. It can occur in two ways. Firstly, dose-dependent reversible suppression of the bone marrow, which manifests as anemia, leukopenia, thrombocytopenia. Secondly, idiosyncratic non-dose related irreversible aplastic anemia, which is often fatal. It means if the dose of drug is stopped, it is cured. Gastrointestinal effects. These include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Prolonged use may cause superinfection due to suppression of the gut flora. Gray baby syndrome. In neonates, especially in the premature babies, chloramphenicol can cause a dose-related gray baby syndrome due to reduced degradation and detoxification of the drug in the liver because of the deficiency of the glucuronide transferase enzyme. In babies means neonates, children's, they lack an enzyme in the liver and the name of the enzyme is hepatic glucuronide transferase. And as we know, chloramphenicol is metabolized in the liver by glucuronide conjugation, which makes this drug soluble in the water. Once it is soluble in the water, it can be easily excreted through kidney in the urine. Now these babies lack these enzymes. Chloramphenicol toxicity occurs in the body because it can't be excreted. Due to this toxicity, there will be reduce in the RBCs, formation of cyanosis, and cardiovascular collapse. Babies appear blue due to this condition. The manifestations are nausea, vomiting, abdominal distension, diarrhea, refusal to suck, cyanosis, irritability, and circulatory collapse. The skin appears ashen gray color, hence the name gray baby syndrome. Mortality is high. Therefore, chloramphenicol should be avoided in the neonates. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, do like, comment below, share with everyone. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon for further notification. Thank you everyone for listening.